Greetings and welcome back to A Wizard in the Woods, Season 2. Uh-oh, the fire's gone out. I did put a fair amount of scrap wood on it just to make it all cozy and warm and appealing whilst I talked to you just now, but it's run out already. That happens, unfortunately. It is one of the most ravenous fires imaginable to man or beast and will tear through your scrap wood at a tremendous rate. I'm sure the gods at some point will get around to addressing that because the gods may be watching. Anyway, let's crack on, because we've got many things we need to do. Last time, we discovered this impediment to our progress, which has pretty much forced us to stop and make camp here in this part of the woods. I did make a bed here and, just generally a little camp to make myself somewhat more comfortable. We've got a campfire there for the cooking of meats that we kind of figured out in the end. I've got the cart, which I brought along with me to this point, which I'm sure will prove useful as well. A little crafting table there. We did a spot of crafting. All sorts of good stuff. The most important thing is probably the bed, because of course it does allow us to magically return to this spot in the event of our body being utterly destroyed in some kind of incident. I mean, we can't actually sleep in it, as it turns out. There's no way to pass time by laying your head down and going to sleep. It just kind of sits there and acts as a magical binding spot. Luckily, as a wizard, I don't actually need to sleep. At least not in this reality, and although the darkness is a bit of a problem, frankly, I've got a torch, which is what I used, or I could just allow my eyes to adapt, and then I can see pretty well, I have to say, in the darkness. Probably it is some residual effect of my wizardiness. Anyway, last night I went out and I collected a whole bunch of mushrooms so that I wouldn't have to worry too much about food. I don't know what happened to the meat. I think I might have eaten the meat. The meat is gone. One way or the other, the meat is gone. But at least we know how to cook it now, should any deer present themselves for our hunting pleasure. But today, I think we should probably explore the edge of the impediment, of the mighty chasm that is blocking our way, and decide how exactly we're going to proceed. Maybe make a quick inventory of the sort of resources we have available to us, possibly improve the camp a little bit further if it looks like we're going to be here for a long time. Before we do any of that, though, I think I'm going to move my cart, because let's face it, it has almost dropped into the chasm on more than one occasion, and I don't think it's entirely safe where it is at the moment. So let's just back it up, and then we will bring it around and park it a little bit more securely in here, out of the way. And just put another post here, maybe one more, just to be on the safe side right here. There we go. And now, should the minions come along and inadvertently bash into it, hopefully it'll be protected and it won't go plummeting off into the abyss, which of course would be terrible. Speaking of the abyss, let's just nonchalantly saunter over and wow. Okay. It's pretty deep. I mean, it is pretty deep. It does look like there's a ledge or something just below me down there. We may be able to get down there and work on that. We've also got this little nodule of rock here, which I think is like the only bit of easily accessible rock around here. So we can maybe mine that up as well. There are a few floating ferns that I have noticed. There are some out there in the middle of the abyss as well. Perhaps this is some kind of strange species that lives only in these places and has some kind of inherent magical qualities to it. Or perhaps this is some kind of facet of whatever terrifying process created the chasm in the first place. Whatever it is, let's just ignore it from now on and continue on as if they're not really there. I think that's probably the best bet. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a risk here. We don't have a pickaxe. We need a pickaxe, which means we need some more stone, and there is only one little rocky outcrop of stone that I can see. So, Boris or Derek? I think Derek. Derek was the one who did it before. He obviously has mad skills when it comes to mining and potentially not falling into chasms. Come along, man! You are going to be the new miner. Derek? Derek? Are you stuck? have you gotten stuck? I thought you were making your way over here, but no, apparently you have become obsessed with something in this region, and you're not managing to get past it. Why can you not navigate across a simple straight line along basically flat terrain? Honestly, Derek, do I have to do everything myself? I shall push you. If that's what it takes, I'm going to push you there myself. Here we go. Come on, Derek. That's it. You're getting closer. You're getting closer. I think we've done it. By Jove, I think he might have just done it. Derek, come on. Are you going to start mining? Come on now. Here we go. Look, let's just get behind him. Maybe he just needs a little push. Come on, over here. That's it. That's a good boy. That's more like it. Well done. I think you've only made big stones, though, and I kind of need small stones for a pick. Can you... Oh, hold on. Steady now. Careful there. It seems that he has had enough for now. I will have to do... Let's check and see if he's made the right sort of stones for us to be able to use. Otherwise, maybe we can, like, break one of these big stones down into small stones. We've got small stones. We actually found some small stones, look, knocking about. How about that? So, to craft a pick, we need 4 scrap wood and 2 small stones. We have the small stones. We have only 2 scrap wood, obviously. So let's make more. Let's chop up one of these round timbers, because they're not much use to us. Here we go. What? Hold on. One? What? Really? 1 scrap wood from a timber round? 1 scrap wood from a full-length timber round? Why? Timber round produces 1 scrap wood, so we're still short. So I'm going to have to destroy another thing here. There we go. That has now produced 4 scrap wood. Gods, if you're watching, perhaps we could have a slightly greater abundance of scrap wood, given the sheer abundance of wood itself, and the fact that really it's just, you know, there's no challenge. You just have to chop a tree down, smash it up, and you get scrap wood. So perhaps a little bit more generosity on that side, and then, you know, maybe some actual rare resources that we have to go out further afield to find. But let's not worry about that now. Right now, we can craft our pickaxe. There we go. We've got a pickaxe. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at her. Have you ever seen a more finely crafted pick in all of your days? What? Oh. I'm standing on 1 foot. What? Why do I stand on 1 foot when I swing my pickaxe? What's going on? Ready? We're going to do it again. And now I'm balancing, and I believe I may be able to balance like this forever. It's the wizarding way, okay? That's just how you swing pickaxes. You stand on 1 leg whilst doing it for a prolonged period of time. Ready? We can do it again. Up, and there we go. Now we're on 1 leg and ready. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Any second now. Look, let's swing again. Ah, yes. We can just keep swinging. Swinging on 1 foot. Come over here a little bit so you can see this more clearly. Ready for this? Yep. What's going on? What's going on? Ow! I mean, for starters, I should be screaming in agony right now. What's happened to my leg? What's happened? Is he going to do it again? Okay, no, ready? That leg's fine. That leg's absolutely fine. It depends which direction I'm facing as to which leg I stand on, look. Doesn't it? Like, I raise my right leg there. No, my left leg there. And on here, I raise my right leg. You put your left leg up, your right leg up, turn your back, and you bend it. How did I do it? Look, there it is. Oh, that looks painful. That looks so painful. Look, let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look. So, definitely, there is some kind of facet of the shaman's curse which is still affecting me, and quite frankly, it's pretty horrifying right now. I mean, I'm thoroughly horrified. I think we should just stay there. I think just that, and that's the episode. Yeah, is everybody happy with that? If we just leave it there? If only I could make my other leg do it at the same time. Hello, I'm just a man with a pickaxe and a leg that is bent all in 2. I swing my axe all day long without making any progress. There we go. Wow. Jesus, wow. I think I have to... I think I have to stop. Well. Well, that's quite enough of that silliness. Let's get on with exploring the edge of this chasm, shall we? And possibly doing some kind of digging or something with our new pick, just because we made one. Derek and Boris, they've just become confused. They're obviously supposed to be picking up these stones and carrying them back to the stockpile, but rather than doing that, they're just standing there. Boris has returned to staring into the sky. He is actually pretty much looking at the sun. Although not directly. I think Derek here probably saw what was happening to me and is just in a state of pure shock right now. He's just unable to concentrate. He's unable to think of anything except for my leg bent back like that in that kind of crazy fashion. And so I think we can forgive him. You can have the day off, Derek, for the trauma that you have just experienced. You take the day off, stand around here, keep Boris company. We don't really need these stones moved to the stockpile, in all honesty, and if we do, we'll move them ourselves. Possibly in the future, we might want to gather some stones. Gathering stone actually could be a bit of a problem, couldn't it? Because, I mean, there's lots of stone here. Oh, I'm getting really hungry. Alright, let's quickly head over and grab some food. I mean, it looks like maybe there is some stone up in that direction. We could certainly maybe try and make our way down into the chasm and mine in the chasm itself. Oh, what's this? Look, there's mushrooms growing off the side of the cliff, for starters. That's always a good sign. And then it looks like this might actually be like a way down into the chasm itself. Let's see what's down here. Aha. Interesting. Look, there is like a whole ledge running down the inside edge of the chasm. I'm sure we can make use of this. And absolutely, we can use this for mining as well. And for getting all of the stone that we need. Look, we can just kind of like make our way down here. All the way along. Being careful, of course, not to plummet to our deaths, as we have previously discussed. I mean, we could probably get all the way down to the water's edge down there. Alright, well, let's head back up for now. Now that we know that we can get down, which of course is extremely useful. If there's a nice easy access down there, it means we can readily gather stone and things and bring them back up. Let's think about how we're actually going to cross this impediment. Because a bridge of some kind, I think, is going to be required here. We could try and find our way down and across down there and then back up again, but there's no way I'm ever going to be able to get the wagon down there, and frankly, I think the chances of getting Boris and Derek to follow me down there are slim at best. I, Weird Wizard, shall construct a bridge, a medieval bridge. If you will, I shall become a medieval bridge builder, something that I've never done before. Well, I mean, I say that, I mean, there was that one time. But let's not get into that now, shall we? I mean, it was horrible, people died, but that first bridge was legit, man. Well, I think the first step probably is going to be to collect a lot of materials together. A lot of wood, possibly stone and things like that. We'll need to think about where we can actually get the stone from, but there's plenty of wood available as a building resource, so let's start with that. Alright, here we go. Chop down. Ah! Whoa, watch out, everybody! That tree came down with like one hit. Like one hit, and it just came straight down. Does that normally happen? Behold my awesome wizardly might! 2 hits! 2 hits and I have felled a mighty tree! Wow, look at the destruction I have wrought upon this land with but 2 swings of my great axe. And look, that one's totally floating down there. It's floating, right? And I'll not hear another word on the matter. Let's just finish chopping up all of this wood. Perhaps in the future we should avoid felling trees right next to the chasm's edge, because obviously it's going to cause a few issues and possibly some lost wood into the chasm itself. Wow, Boris, you decided to join us, have you? You didn't want to carry stones, but logs you're quite happy with. In actual fact, we kind of want the new stockpile to be here, though. Here is where we shall construct our new stockpile, and we shall fill it with many pieces of wood. Okay, now we're going to have to be a little bit careful. Oh no, here it goes. Look, okay, quick, 7. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Oh dear. well, there was definitely some kind of extreme wood chopping incident that has occurred there and has taken me out. It has destroyed my physical being, but fortunately, I bound myself to the magical bed in my camp, and therefore we can return to this world. Boris, of course, is here waiting for us, presumably so distraught by our death that he had to come and see us. Let's just check our inventory. What we've got all of our tools still. Or possibly those are new tools. Who knows? I guess we'll find out a bit later. I'm not the sort of wizard to let a little thing like death slow me down. It's my old bag, look. It's my old bag with all my stuff in. Perfect! Oh, look at that. We've completely cleared another tree. But what's this? Look what I've discovered. We've got it. I don't know how this tree is growing, but look, we've got this kind of stony outcrop here, just down the hill slightly from our base camp, just over there, look. And this, because there's not like a massive precipice right next to it. Look, let's just get rid of this tree. Wow, that thing came down hard. Because there's no kind of massive precipice here, it should be relatively safe to get the minions to come and actually mine this up for me. There he goes. He's woken up at last and realized that he is indeed a porter and that he should port things to where they need to go. Those things are already fairly close to the stockpile, you know. You really don't need to make them even close. You just managed to get rid of a log. You just made a log disappear into the ground there, Boris. I'm not impressed by that. That don't impress me much. None of these things impress me much. Look, you constantly trying to move this. Don't impress me much. Derek! No! Derek! What's happened? You've been slain! Boris, why would you do that? Why would you slay Derek like that? I mean, alright, it was an accident. I can see that, but still. I mean, care in the workplace, man. Seriously. Boris, it's okay. It's not your fault. I mean, it is sort of partly your fault. I mean, almost entirely your fault. Basically, it is your fault. Derek shares a certain amount of responsibility, but as he's lying dead on the ground, I don't think we should go into that at this point in time. Fortunately, of course, he's a minion and he can be resummoned, but without my magical powers, who knows when that'll be or how that'll happen. We'll have to find some kind of power nexus or something in order to be able to perform the necessary rituals. Until then, it's just you and me, Boris, so you're going to have to work a little bit harder. All right, let's get started. Okay, Boris, now, obviously Derek was the skilled miner of the two of you, but as you killed him, it's going to have to be your job to come down here and to mine up this rocky outcrop that we have discovered so that we can gather lots of stone for the future construction of many, many fine things. All right, Boris, you can get on that now. Consider it a kind of punishment if you want. I just need to, obviously, assign you these new duties. Oh, come back here. Come back, Boris. All right, you've started to carry wood. That's good. At least you're doing something. But actually, I want you to be a miner right now. Look, come here. You will mine. Mine for me, Boris. That's not mining, what you're doing right now. Frankly, I don't know what you're doing right now. It looks like you're trying to kind of... It's like you're doing a little squat. There's no point in getting stubborn about this, you know, Boris. I'm not having it. You've got your pick out. That means you know what you're supposed to be doing. And, should I just move this log here? Look, I'll just move this log, and then I'm going to come down, and I'm going to make sure that you're mining. And if you're not mining when I get there, Boris, there's going to be hell to pay. Seriously, there's going to be trouble. All right, that's mining. That is mining. Well done, man. It's kind of not exactly where I thought you should be doing it. Let me just get this log out of your way. But at least you're mining and you're working on this rocky outcrop and turning it all into many fine stones, which we shall, of course, build our mighty bridge, or whatever it is that we decide to engineer with them. You're not taking the most methodical approach there, are you? You're just swinging your axe in the middle of the air. All right, you know what? I'm going to leave you to it. You know, the sun is starting to get rather low in the horizon again, and I think it might actually be better to spend the rest of today just finishing up my camp and making it a little bit more homely, because I think I'm going to be here for a while, especially now that we've lost Derek. That's obviously 50% of the incredible usefulness of the minions lost to me, at least until we can find some way of resummoning him. So I'm going to extend my camp out by another block here. We're going to put 2 more roof pieces on, we're going to put 2 more floor pieces on, and just generally make the whole thing much more homely and much more livable for the extended stay that I am now anticipating. There we go, look at that. It's much more spacious in here now, isn't it? I've literally doubled the square footage. I'm very pleased with this. This is going to be a more comfortable place to live for a while. I may have to think about possibly putting an end on at least one side just to keep the wind from whistling through it. But for now, at least, this will do just fine, I think. Perhaps a few more home comforts, though, just before we finish up. Fantastic. Alright, well, there we go. It has been another day surviving in the woods for me, Wizard in the Woods. We've made some progress, mostly on just kind of cosmetic stuff around the camp, to be fair. This was a bit of a distraction and used up a lot of our wood and things. But nonetheless, I'm glad that we did it, and I'm glad that I now have a slightly more comfortable place to lay my head, even though I don't actually ever lay my head, but it's nice to know that if I were capable of doing so, I would have a somewhat nice place to do it, and I think we can all agree on that. Good, fantastic. Right, well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We will be back tomorrow for more Wizard in the Woods. Obviously, it's not going to be tomorrow for you, it's just going to be tomorrow for me. That's the way that it works, I'm afraid. I talk about time in my own time frame context, not any kind of weird extra-dimensional time frame contexts. Okay, got it? Good, fantastic. Right, well, until that extra-dimensional time frame, I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you later. A land that was naught but mud and trees before the return of the king. And we have labored long, and by the sweat of our minion brows, we have cleared the mighty forests and raised works of wood and stone, towers and walls to hold back the night, shrines burning bright with the power of our gold, that the gods themselves might know of our struggle. We have sown the fields, harvested the woods, and reaped the shiniest of shiny coins.